Hi everybody, this is Putty coming to you once again with another rendition of Why Should I Care? And so what I wanted to do here is to go through design in and of itself. I wanted to talk today about Chain Magnate. So this game is sort of taking the board game world by storm. And you wouldn't normally think this something that looks like this would, but it really has done an amazing job of capturing the attention of a bunch of board gamers. Now, this game is pretty straightforward, but it's also incredibly complex. And I'll see if I can explain in less than 30 seconds. So in this game, you have a huge stack of cash, right? And depending on how many people are at the board, the stack of cash will be bigger or smaller according to the number of people. This stack of cash reflects basically how much money people inside of a town have. And that town is represented by a randomly distributed group of tiles. Now, I've only put a 3x3 grid in here, but the grid changes according to the number of players. Each turn, you are going to do a number of actions. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the first turn you restructure, then they have order of business, so who's going to go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, however many times. Then you go through and you recruit employees, train employees, initiate marketing campaigns. So this game is called Chain Magnate, and you're trying to get a bunch of money. The way that you do that is by creating a hierarchy that represents your fast food chain. Now, when you begin with basically yourself. And so your first action is going to be dependent on what you feel your strategy will be. Because inside of this town, there are a number of houses. So you can see these houses here. Now, you're going to have a restaurant, and it could be in any spot around here. And these people do absolutely nothing unless they see advertising. And so once they see advertising, then they might come to your restaurant to get pizza. They might come to your restaurant because they want pizza and some lemonade. They might want pizza and some beer. Or they might want pizza, hamburger, and a beer because they just love everything and they also need a Coke. And so according to the advertisements that they see, people will come to your store to buy stuff from you. And this is how you go back to this pile of cash. So at the start of the game, you put in a number of dollars according to the number of people who are at the table. When that breaks, you put in another amount of money, which is based on what they call the reserve. And that is each player makes a choice whether or not they want to put in $100, $200, or $300. And then once the bank breaks again, then the game is over. So why should you care about this game? Well, every game is essentially a closed system. We play games because we enjoy being restrained in many different ways. And so a system that exists inside of a game, we like it not because it gives us freedom, but because it takes all sorts of choices away. Now, as a designer, when you're playing a bunch of things and when you're looking for inspiration, games like Chain Magnate are interesting because this game does something unique. None of the choices that you'll make in this game are entirely yours. They're always based on what other people are doing. So this isn't a game where you're playing a bunch of solitaire and people are doing their own little things. All of your choices, how you construct your stuff, you make that decision within the first turn or two of the game. The rest of your life in this game is spent reacting or trying to get other people to react. Because you'll never actually intentionally engage one another. You're simply competing over these weird zombie-like people who only react and seek what they've been advertised. This sort of simulation of what life is like, how life is. And so the reason that you should care about this game is that this game goes all the way back to a simple fast food restaurant, and it manages to kind of pull on the things that you're going to experience in your everyday life. And while many gamers will say that they play games to escape life, they don't play games to escape life. They're actually playing games to reflect a life that they have control of. And so this game really captures that feeling. You have ultimate control of your life. However, there are other people who also have and want control of their life, and they're trying to achieve their goals while you're trying to achieve your own. So that's my 5-minute spiel about why should you care about food chain magnate. All right, this is Putty. I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you haven't, please let me know why. Have fun, good luck, and keep designing.